This Sunday in the animated feature category, there is one nominee that stands out. Very cool story, sort of David and Goliath. You got your Disneys and your Pixars, and then you got director Tomm More and his Secret of Kells. Well, here's the story.
I think there's an opportunity for animation to be more than sort of popcorn entertainment.
1, 2, 3.
I'm Tomm More. I'm the director of The Secret of Kells that was recently nominated for an Oscar in the Best Animated Feature category. When I was quite a young kid in primary school, the Don Bluth studio opened in Dublin. We suddenly were aware that these amazing animated films like An American Tail or Land Before Time, that they were like produced by like Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, and they were getting made in Dublin. So it suddenly meant that cartoons seemed accessible, and suddenly I got a tour of the studio when I was a young kid with a friend from school. His aunt worked there, and we kind of saw the inner workings of an animation studio. So it put the idea in my head that it would be possible to make cartoons in Ireland. When I was in college in 1999, myself and a group of friends were talking about how could we do something that was uniquely Irish in animation, wasn't coming from American or Japanese, our own tradition. And we said, well, there's the Book of Kells, and it's got this visual iconography that we can take and adapt to 2D animation.
I have seen beauty thrive in the most fragile of places.
Book of Kells is Ireland's national treasure, and it's probably the high point of visual art in medieval manuscripts. Nobody realises it, but a lot of the Celtic art that people have on tattoos on their arms or that they have in Irish pubs and stuff, it actually comes from the Book of Kells. There's a movie in there, surprisingly. We started off developing it straight out of college in '99, and then it was sort of in development but taking a back seat while we were working on TV series and commercials and stuff like that. And it wasn't until we met our co-producers in France and Belgium, who'd made the Triplets of Belleville, that we kind of got the finance together, and we were able to go into production in 2005. So we were able to work on it all day, every day from 2005 until it was finished in 2008. Very often concept art is more interesting than what ends up on screen, and we were able to keep what we did in the concept art all the way to the screen. Like most of the movie doesn't have true perspective. It's kind of got medieval art, like pre-Renaissance, no perspective. It's all kind of 2.5D, and that's something that 2D hand-drawn animation can still do. We use a lot of painted textures and scanned them in and put them on top of the computer animation. But 95% of the movie is like hand-drawn, so there was a little commonality, I think, between hand-drawn animators and monks. The Oscar nominations were not on our mind. We didn't think we had a chance. We knew some of our friends in Dublin might have had a chance in the short film category, but we just felt there was no way, considering the amount of amazing animated films that were made this year, that we'd be nominated. So we weren't even checking it online. We were just working away and looking at budgets and quite boring stuff, and then somebody started screaming out in the office, and one of the girls had seen that we'd been nominated, and we just couldn't believe it. We had to keep on checking it. We were like rubbing our eyes. It's bizarre. How can we be in that list? With the other movies that were in the list with it, was just surreal. I don't think it's sunk in yet. Like, we were just at the Oscar luncheon and we were sitting at the table with Sandra Bullock and talking to Quentin Tarantino, and I shook hands with John Lasseter, and amazing. It's just the type of people that we're talking to that we would never have imagined we would have had a chance to chat to. It's just been amazing.